This is Hydrangea PG. It was purchased as a bare root from Walmart. I just love the spring leaves on it. And this one is labeled as a white smooth hydrangea I got at a local plant sale. The leaves look like a panicle hydrangea, right? You can see the similar leaf structure as that known panicle hydrangea on the right. Both of these were purchased last year in the spring. Today we are going to transplant both of these hydrangeas from the containers and into the ground. Not because I want to, but because I need to. As you know, hydrangeas love water. They're like water sponges. Where I would like to temporarily plant these hydrangeas stays pretty much moist on a regular basis. So they should do fine even if they have not been watered for several days. So this spring has been hot and dry. That means that they have to be watered pretty often. I am grateful that going on 2 weeks now, we have been getting an actual spring weather. Regardless of this nice weather right now, I'm expecting this summer to be very hot and dry as well. These smaller containers that they are in are not helping either. And I don't want to spend money on bigger containers, at least not for right now. So these guys will do so much better in the ground. From the plant's perspective, it's always better for them to be in the ground. From the gardener's perspective, that is true too. However, sometimes there may be good reasons why we prefer our plants to be in the containers instead, and that's another topic for another day. The area where the hydrangeas are being planted serves three purposes. The first one is that the area will help the hydrangeas to stay moist and hydrated. The second is that the hydrangeas will help shade and protect that Acuba japonica and hide its stick figure until it can get some size. And number three is that the hydrangeas will help provide some height and fullness to the front space, therefore giving the garden a sense of enclosure. And as we know, my whole garden space needs that. All right, all that's left to do now is just mulch, lightly mulch over the two hydrangeas and water them in. You saw I forgot to fertilize this last one. I did it after planting, and that should be fine. And I'm okay to dig the sedums up because it is growing prolifically here. So I do not mind taking some of it out because they'll just come right back. Now in the south, for most shrubs, I'll have to raise it up maybe half an inch to an inch or sometimes maybe 2 inches off the ground level because we have clay soil and clay soil holds a lot of moisture and water, so your plants could drown. The root, the crown of it, the root ball could drown. But for hydrangeas, they're a little bit different because they love water. So I am pretty sure that if I didn't raise these up, they would still be fine because they enjoy having that moist soil. I don't know if this is straight or not. I'll fix it later if it's not straight. And as mentioned, these are going to be temporarily here. This year, having them here will help a lot because the way that it's going, we've been getting so much more dryness and heat. So I think they would love it so much better being in the ground versus being in the containers, wondering when they're going to get their next water. And hopefully this one right here, the PG Hydrangea, will get some size and give this Acuba japonica some shade. And then also in the meantime, since it's a grow slower, the hydrangea will help kind of hide the fact that it just looks like a stick right now. And it's been doing this, I think, for a few years now. I want to say it's going on at least 3 years, and it is still small. I know maybe if I were to put it in the shade, it would do better, but here it gets part sun or part shade, so I think it's a good spot if it were to be bigger, because I've seen one in my hometown here where it gets full sun and it still does really well. So it just needs to be well established first, and that goes with a lot of plants. Anyway, I think this hides this better and will give it some nice shade too. Hopefully in the next few years it will take off. With these two hydrangeas, I would like to keep them here for at most 2 years. If I find a good spot for them this fall, they will get moved. So we will see. So the take-home message is, if you have a choice between planting your plants in the ground or leave them in containers, knowing that, you know, the season now in the spring and maybe in the summer as well, the way that they are hot and dry, is just better for your plants to be in the ground where they could get some water from neighboring, you know, soil, wherever, and then having the plants shade the ground is definitely help the plants to still get moisture. And being in the containers, let's just say if we weren't here for the weekends or if we didn't get to water for a few days, they're going to be struggling. And I already could tell that they would struggle if I didn't water them for, like, I would say in 2 days. They look like they would need water. So yeah, just for the health and the safety of the plants, it's better to have them in the ground if at all possible. Even if you just have to have them there for temporarily until maybe later on in the fall, when you can actually transplant them when the weather is a lot cooler for us gardeners as well. And again, this looks like a paniculata hydrangea just based on the foliage. Looks exactly like these other two. So we'll just see. We'll go ahead and believe the plant tag for now and just wait to see the blooms. All right, before I clean up the rest of the area here, thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please write in the comment section down below. And if you are a new viewer here, welcome. My name is Terry. If you are a returning viewer, thank you. And with that, thank you again for watching this video. And until the next one, I hope you take care. Bye for now.